Turn 1. The plains were open, flat, and unforgiving. Exactly the kind of ground where range and discipline decided who walked away. Commander Diana Fay, call sign Raven, advanced her hunchback at a measured pace, deliberately holding back as her scout moved ahead. The heavier mech anchored the approach, ready to draw fire if needed. Ahead of her, Talia Hammer guided her Wasp toward the first scan site, already working the sensors. Enemy contacts appeared almost immediately. A fast-moving locust cut in from the east, darting toward the cover of light woods with erratic, aggressive movement. A second contact lingered further back, faint and steady, holding position. The first scan began as Raven maintained overwatch and mapped the threat. Turn 2. The rear contact resolved into a panther, which quickly settled into a classic sniping posture. Long sight lines favored it, and a PPC discharge soon followed, lancing across the field and missing by a narrow margin. Raven responded by advancing, deliberately closing distance to reduce the panther's advantage. The Wasp repositioned behind a structure to break line of sight while maintaining visual on the locust. The locust probed cautiously, testing angles rather than committing. Raven returned fire with her medium lasers, but the light mech's speed carried it clear. By the end of the exchange, the first scan was complete. No damage had been exchanged, but the engagement was fully underway. Turn 3, enemy fire began to concentrate on Raven's position. The hunchback absorbed the pressure, its presence drawing attention away from the Wasp as Hammer moved toward the next objective. The Wasp jumped forward, its jets throwing up dust and debris that disrupted targeting solutions. Seizing the opportunity, the locust broke for the hunchback's rear arc. The maneuver was aggressive, but unsupported. The panther maintained its sniping position and fired again, missing wide. Raven answered at long range, scoring a hit on the panther's right torso. The locust unloaded its weapons into the hunchback's rear armor, but failed to connect. It hesitated, making no attempt to follow through with a physical attack, an early sign of inexperience. Turn 4, with enemy coordination visibly breaking down, Hammer disengaged from the locust and jumped toward the final scan site. Raven advanced to support, while the locust shifted focus to the Wasp's rear. The panther remained stationary, recalibrating its PPC. This time the shot landed, striking the hunchback squarely in the center torso. The impact staggered the heavier mech, but its armor held. Raven immediately returned fire. Medium lasers struck first, followed by a devastating autocannon round that cored through the panther's center torso. The mech collapsed where it stood, eliminating the primary long-range threat. The locust fired erratically at the jumping Wasp, missing entirely as the final scan began. Turn 5. The locust committed once more, charging directly toward the Wasp's rear without regard for positioning. In doing so, it entered the hunchback's firing solution. Raven executed a full alpha strike. The autocannon round struck the locust's center torso, triggering a catastrophic explosion that erased the light mech from the field. Silence followed. All enemy contacts were gone. The Wasp completed the final data download. With all objectives secured, Raven ordered withdrawal. Aftermath recovery teams later salvaged what remained of the Panther and Locust, while the contract payout, bonus included, cleared without issue. The Blood Crows completed their first mission efficiently, gaining both material salvage and battlefield confidence. As Raven turned her hunchback away from the plains, the contract board was already updating. This was only the beginning. For the Blood Crows, there would always be another job waiting. When the guns fall silent, the Crows are already counting the next contract.